Hello, tech fans. This is Kelly Basie here with another edition of the Gem Factor. And we'll get to our high-tech slide of always here. Yep, there it is. All right, so you've probably been watching week after week after week because you're a dedicated Emerald tech fan, right? Well, all right, we know some of you are going to see this for the first time, so we'll explain what the Gem Factor is. The Gem Factor really is about finding you the right job, and in doing so, we rank the job based on 6 gems, and they're each ranked probably 1 to 10, and on a scale of 10 being awesome in that category or 1 not so great. And then at the end, we give you a final score of what we think the final Gem Factor ranking should be. And then from there, you quit your job and you call us. All right, so without further ado, let's get into what this week's job is. And we're keeping with the theme of infrastructure for this video, so let's go to it. SQL DBAs. Woo! Yeah, all right. Last week, I might add, somebody actually commented on my woot woot, so I try to switch it up for his sake because I know he's watching week after week. Okay, so we go into tech stack for this one. Tech stack is super important, obviously SQL Server, but they're looking for experience within 2008 R2, 2012, and for this role, 2014. You get to play in the newest of the SQL Server versions. Also, HA, important, high availability, and SSRS is also very important. But if you have any other SQL development skills, that's a huge plus, as well as interest or experience in the buzzword of this century, I feel, is big data. So if you have interest or experience in big data or Hadoop or Hive, this is the role for you. So overall, we rank this tech stack an 8. Next, we move to salary. This is a 100K plus opportunity. So what does that plus sign mean? Well, depending on your skill level and environment size, if you're coming out of a tiny shop, let's say, much more of a learning curve. However, if you're coming out of maybe a larger environment or an enterprise, probably an easier transition for you, hint, hint. So with that, you're at least looking at starting at 100K, and then opportunities from there can be higher in compensation based on your skill level. Also, we factor in benefits for this role, great benefits, and great on long-term healthcare plans as well. And I would say overall, this particular role, it's in the Columbus market. This is very competitive for Columbus SQL DBAs out there. So we give this ranking on a 1 out of 10 scale a 9. Pause for some brief advertising. If you like what you see so far, awesome. Go to our website, emeraldresourcegroup.com, to find out more about this particular role, or look up some other roles while you're at it. Who knows? But, the person that you really want to talk to is Tom. There's Tom. Tom. Why Tom? Okay, so he is a guru within the Columbus scene, and he's also a Buckeye for life. OH? IO. Okay, yeah, awesome. So we love Tom. We love what he's doing in Columbus. He's a great resource. He knows a ton about the market. Email him or call him. Email tom@emeraldresourcegroup.com. Let's keep going. We move on to the coolness factor. And this coolness, I would say is for the company that it's in and in the role, I think it's a pretty good high ranking. Why? Because, with 5 years of experience, you come in as a senior and you will really be responsible for the database and the large user base. It's comprised really only of a team of 3, so you'll be that third person coming in. So the amount of ownership and owning the database, that's really true. And you have a ton of influence when it comes to really what the makeup of the infrastructure looks like for the organization as a whole. It's also in the fastest growing vertical within IT, which is healthcare, plain and simple. This is your chance at a hot healthcare job within the market. It doesn't get better than that. I know some people are making their whole practices and their life revolve around healthcare and how much it's changing and expanding. So this is a great role to, email or call us right away about if you're definitely interested in getting into more of that scene. So with that, we rank this factor an 8 out of 10 for the coolness factor. 4, growth. So what does growth look like for this role in particular? Well, let's take a look at the company first. The company is a legacy company. They're a leader within the sector. And again, that healthcare sector is ever growing and expanding. That is a mouthful. So team itself, though, it's growing. 3 to 5 people are expected to be added onto the SQL DBA team within the next couple of years. That's 3 to 5 people of you. You'll get in this role first. 3 more of you or 5 more of you will be coming within the next couple of years. You'll be really part of setting that groundwork for the new faces coming on board. So what should the structure look like? How should you maintain it? How should you look towards the future and really securing it and just, for the growth that's coming in. So overall, we rank growth a 10 out of 10 for this factor. And I think that's the first time we ranked somebody from a growth side in 10, which is awesome. So definitely keep watching more here as we continue to tell you more about the gems. But real quick pause. As always, we want to give a great shout out to our friends at stingraytech.com. Stingray Tech, they put on these productions week after week. They put up with me. They put up with you. Just kidding. They put up with me, and they want to make these marketable for you, right? So that's why we do it. These are about you. This is about your career, your future, and Stingray Tech understands that vision. If you're interested in putting on some videos for your own organization, contact them. Stingraytech.com. Go to their website. There's more about them there. Awesome guys. We keep going. So normally we would go to number 5, which is flexibility, but oh no, it's crossed off. What does that mean? Well, as Tom would put it, if you're a DBA and you expect flexibility and leaving work early all the time and not coming in back until 10 a.m. the next day, like some of those stereotypical developers do, well, then you're not cut out for a DBA, right? So it's because of you and your time that you give us that everyone else is able to have a flexible schedule. So pat on your back for taking it for the team and really for the whole organization. The demand for your schedule and availability really comes with the job. And as a DBA, you should know this. So when it comes to flexibility and schedule, we can't really talk about it. So because of that, we're eliminating it from scoring it this week. You guys are simply rare breeds, unique, one of a kind, and essential to the day-to-day operations of a business. So kudos to you. So we move to perks then. So perks for this organization in this role, this is a really family-friendly environment. They host a ton of events. They sponsor a lot of events. So you get some of those perks because of their sponsorship. Free parking as well. Again, I can't emphasize enough. I used to live and work downtown at one point in my life. Also lived in Columbus. Some of those parking meters, first of all, no mercy when it comes to parking meters and tickets. Second of all, the amount that you can be paying is like $1,500 up to sometimes for a garage. Don't worry about it for this role. Also, another perk, direct access to management and an open door policy, access to tools. I think the key word is access. Isn't that what every tech person wants, especially when it comes to database and some of the leadership side? You have it here within this role, and I think that is hard to find these days, especially within a little bit of a larger role. So overall, because you're in the healthcare industry, you're in the leading market, the cutting edge tools, family-friendly environment, we give perks a 10 as well, 10 out of 10 on this scale. So we move to the final gem ranking score, the moment you always, always, always wait for. What is it? This is out of 50. It's a 45 out of 50. That is our best margin yet. So again, if you haven't already picked up your phone or stopped this to email Tom or tweet us or find me, what are you waiting for? This is why we do this, again, to present you with the best opportunities out there and let you know what the market's showing when it comes to different roles within different sort of sectors within IT. So it's your job to apply, tell a friend if you know somebody that's really qualified for this and they're currently in another role like it. and they want to change, this is great. You tell them, you share it on your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever other thing you have out there about it. And you talk to one of us. We're recruiters. We talk to people all day long. That's what we're here for. So I'm so grateful for your time week after week. That's a wrap. Stay tuned for, the next week and the next Gem Factor, because we have some really great stuff week after week after week. And I know you just love seeing this face all the time. We hopefully will be featuring some guests coming up too. So stay tuned for that. But again, I'm Kelly Basie, and that's a wrap.